Hello, this is Coach Clint with Online Coaching. This is part 2 to my leg training series, and in this video I'm going to address injuries, particularly, the leg injury I just recently experienced. On June 25th, I was running across a 4-lane street and my quad tendon on my right leg sheared off the bone, dropping me like a sack. Not a fun experience, especially when you try and stand up again and, well, there's epic fail. This image here is after I had my surgery. They put 19 staples in my leg just to hold the skin back on. The problem was, in surgery I was diagnosed with, in the emergency room I was diagnosed with an ACL tear, and that was it. They gave me a dozen Tylenol, 3 with codeine, and sent me home with a leg brace on. When in reality I had a quad tendon tear that's supposed to be repaired that day or the next day, because it shrinks up the leg and it gets harder and harder to pull down. So they left me alone for 2 weeks. I was supposed to see a surgeon. His office called me and said, "Can you wait till next week, because he's got a student who can't be at the appointment at the same time." And since I thought it was an ACL tear, not a quad tendon tear, I said fine, which pushed me to 3 weeks. So when he saw it, he said I did not have an ACL. I had a blood clot and a quad tendon tear. So he booked me ASAP for surgery. That was my bad luck on that one. The running across the street that tore the quad tendon off was not the problem. In other words, don't fear running across the street. It beats walking across the street. But it's wear and tear. I've been training for 35 years, and I'm a very skinny kid when I first started, and I'm a hard gainer. I got long limbs. I'm 6 feet, but my limbs are very long. It means there's a lot of leverage on the joints. And I've been squatting when I first started for 15 years, to the point where I used to kneel down on the carpet to play with my niece at the time, and it hurt my knees a lot, and I thought, well, I got to stop. I can't even play with my niece. I can't even function as a human being. I already had big legs. I was just addicted to the squat rack, because the squat rack is a true testament of your fortitude as an athlete. It's unforgiving, and to put that weight on your back and go for it that's why I respect powerlifting so much. It takes a lot of guts, and it's a lot of fun, but there's a price to pay. Not for everybody, but for myself there was. My brother never had a knee injury, and he got up to 600 pounds in the squat, deep squat, all the way down 100% and all the way up. So I'm not blaming the squat. Just for me, I should have backed off earlier. After leg training, after I decided to stop squatting, I started pre-exhausting, and I think pre-exhausting is very underrated. Not because of my age. I'm 51, by the way, and I'm still progressing. I'm better than I was at 28, especially my legs. But pre-exhausting taught me a lot about longevity, and it also took my legs to another level. They really start to separate better, blew up better. I really didn't go over much, 500 pounds on a leg press, maybe 150 pounds on a hack squat. And it wasn't based on volume or high reps. It was just basically training hard, but tiring out the muscle with a single joint exercise first, so the compound movements require less weight but still cause enough stress to the muscle to make them improve. So maybe think about that in your training, especially as you get later in your years, or if you like to pace yourself. Squat, man, go for it. I enjoyed squatting 500 pounds. For me, at 202 pounds, that was epic. I had to work a decade to achieve that, because, like I say, I'm just not a strong person. But yeah, give pre-exhausting a try, or do it periodically. So get up to a great squat, take a break, go back. I mean, unless you're doing powerlifting, I understand. But if you're not, switch to pre-exhausting your muscles for a while. You'll add longevity, and you'll keep progressing just from plain switching. And I think you'll enjoy your training even more. It's always fun when you get results. So further than that, I can bend my leg about 30%. I'm not allowed to stand on it yet. I still got crutches. This is going to be about a 5-month experience. I don't see the surgeon till October, and hopefully he can let me start to put pressure on the leg again, because I'd like to be able to walk. It's hard to stay lean when you can't walk, let alone do cardio. But however, other than that, next video I plan on getting into more about mass training and the challenges for certain body types. I think you'd be quite interested in. I never gave up during this injury. My upper body's getting bigger and thicker, which is about time because it took a long time to catch my legs. But for now, this is Coach Clint. Stay tuned for the next part. If you guys can subscribe to our YouTube page, that'd be great. Okay, thank you.